good evening, everyone, or good night, or whatever the time may be. It may be good morning for some of you. So welcome to this teleseminar, which is entitled Tapping into Confidence Beyond Belief. It's part of a program that I'm doing with master hypnotist Steve G. Jones. And for part of this program, I wanted to do one of these teleseminars where I work with a group of people on exactly what is going on. And if you've ever been on a teleseminar with me, you know that we work with the group of the energy rather than me coming in here and saying, okay, here's what we're going to tap on, and you guys just follow along. It's going to be a co-creation. I just let the stuff come through based on suggestions from you guys and also just from what I sense from the group. So it is usually fun, should be a lot of fun. And so to start off with, what I'm going to ask you to do is close your eyes, take a deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. With your eyes closed, go ahead and feel your feet on the floor. Just breathing comfortably now. Feel your feet on the floor and allow yourself to feel that connection. Allow yourself to feel centered and grounded, allowing yourself to be right here, right now, as present as possible, so as to receive maximum benefit from this hour. And as you go inside, just follow your breath through your body. And just inside, imagine a full-length mirror. Imagine looking in this full-length mirror and saying, I am confident in myself. And just notice how strong a feeling that evokes. On a scale of 0 to 10, how confident do you feel? And it may be confidence in general, or it may be confidence in terms of a certain undertaking, something you're working on, something you're attempting to achieve, some project. Just allow yourself to be aware, on a scale of 0 to 10, how confident you feel. And to the extent that it's not a 10, check in with yourself and ask yourself, why not? Why can't I feel more confident? What stops me from feeling more confident, more self-assurance? Just notice how the thoughts might come up. It may come up as specific thoughts or images. There may be memories of things that have happened in the past. You may be aware of emotions, or even simply physical sensations in the body. Sometimes we might look at something like that and say, well, I'm not feeling totally confident, and I'm not sure why, but there's this feeling in my stomach or my chest. Just allowing yourself to be aware of whatever shows up as an answer as to why that confidence might not be at a 10. And take another deep breath. And let it go. Go ahead and open your eyes, and you can press *6 to unmute yourself, and if someone has something to share, something that, some kind of reaction that came up, some thoughts that came up as to why you couldn't be at a 10 in terms of confidence.
Well, I got, because I have failed in areas or have not succeeded in things that, that I wanted to do, affects my confidence.
Okay. On a scale of 0 to 10, how strong is that feeling that you tend to fail?
Probably about a 6.
A 6, okay. And do you feel that in your body? When you say that, is there a feeling like in your gut or just anywhere in your body that comes up?
Actually, it feels more like just a head thought. I'm not noticing a particular. Usually, things hit me in my gut, but that's really not so much.
Okay. All right. So I want you to be my echo voice for this first round.
Okay.
Side of the hand. Even though I failed at things.
Even though I failed at things.
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
Even though I have failed at things.
Even though I have failed at things.
I choose to love and forgive myself anyway.
I I choose to love and forgive myself anyway.
Even though I have failed at things.
Even though I have failed at things.
At least that's what I think.
At least that's what I think.
That's what I've written down in my log.
That's what I've written down in my log.
As far as I'm concerned, in a number of events in my life, I've failed.
I have totally failed.
So it becomes very difficult
to
have any confidence in myself. And even though I think I failed, I choose to deeply and completely love and forgive and accept myself. And anyone else involved in these so-called failures. Eyebrow point. All these times I've failed. Sadhya, all these times I've failed. Under the eye, all this belief that I am such a failure. Under the nose, I am starting to release that now. Under the mouth, because it's such BS. Collarbone. Part of me says, no, it isn't. Under the arm, part of me says, top of it, look at the facts. Eyebrow point, I failed at this. Sadhya, I have failed at that. Under the eye, I deserve to be called a failure. Under the nose, and I'm clearing that out. Under the mouth, clearing it out at a cellular level. Collarbone, because the fact is, under the arm, there is no such thing as failure. Top of the head, there is only feedback. Eyebrow point. There might have been some things I tried to achieve. Sadhya, and I moved on before I successfully finished them. Under the eye. But that's not necessarily a failure. Under the nose. I just didn't get it right the first time. Under the mouth. And it may not have been important enough to keep trying. Collarbone. It doesn't seem like a good reason. Under the arm, to label myself as a failure. Top of the head. And there may be some things. Eyebrow point, that I really did want to do. Sadhya, where I did want to succeed. Under the eye, and I didn't get to where I wanted to. Under the nose. But that's not true of everything. Under the mouth. At this very moment. Collarbone, I am successfully breathing. Under the arm. And it may seem like a small thing. Top of the head. But I wouldn't get very far if I stopped doing it. Eyebrow point. Of all the things that I've achieved. Side of the eye. Or haven't achieved. Under the nose. This is one of the most important things. Under the mouth. In fact. Collarbone. Being successful at breathing. Under the arm is far more important. Top of the head. Than all of those things I failed at combined.
of the things that I failed at combined.
Eyebrow point. So it would make much more sense.
It would make much more sense.
Side eye. To call myself a success.
Call myself a success.
Under the eye. There are so many things.
There are so many things.
Under the nose. That I have successfully achieved.
I have successfully achieved.
On the mouth. The fact that I can be on the telephone right now.
The fact that I can be on the telephone right now.
Collarbone. And listen to and speak this language.
And listen to and speak this language.
On the arm. Means I have successfully learned important things.
It means I have successfully learned important things.
Top of that. Look at me. I'm a success.
Me, I'm totally a success.
Eyebrow point. I have succeeded.
I have succeeded.
Side eye. Far more times than I have failed.
Far more times than I have failed.
On the eye. So why do I dismiss these successes?
So why do I dismiss these successes?
On the nose. At this moment.
At this moment.
On the mouth. Even beyond breathing.
Beyond breathing.
Collarbone. My body is successfully doing many things.
My body is successfully doing many things.
On the arm. The fact is.
Fact is.
Top of the head. I'm extremely successful.
I'm extremely successful.
Eyebrow point. And what is also a fact.
What is also a fact.
Side eye. Is that 100% of the time.
Is that 100% of the time.
Under the eye. I am 100% successful.
I am 100% successful.
Under the nose. At what my mind thinks is most important.
At what my mind thinks is most important.
On the mouth. The times that I believe I failed.
The times that I believe I failed.
Collarbone. Part of my mind felt that was a success.
Part of my mind felt that that was a success.
On the arm. I successfully failed.
I successfully failed.
Top of the head. Because part of my mind believed.
Because part of my mind believed.
Eyebrow point. That a different outcome would not have been safe.
That a different outcome would not have been safe.
Side eye. Anything is possible for me.
Anything is possible for me.
Under the eye. But not everything feels safe.
But not everything feels safe.
Those times when I failed.
Those times when I failed.
On the mouth. It's because a part of me.
It's because part of me.
Colin was trying to protect me.
To protect me.
Under the arm. Because I had limiting beliefs.
Because I had limiting beliefs.
Top of the head. Beliefs that I had picked up.
Beliefs that I had picked up.
Eyebrow point. Probably early in my childhood.
Probably early in my childhood.
Side of the eye. So I was taking care of myself.
So I was taking care of myself.
Under the eye. In such a secret way.
In such a secret way.
Under the nose. That I was left thinking I had failed.
I was left thinking that I had failed.
On the mouth. Because maybe a part of me.
Because maybe a part of me.
Collarbone felt that was necessary.
Felt that that was necessary.
On the arm. Because if I didn't feel like a failure.
Because if I didn't feel like a failure.
Top of it. I'd feel a lot more confident.
I'd feel a lot more confident.
Eyebrow point. If I really paid attention.
If I really paid attention.
Side eye. To all the times I have succeeded.
All the times that I've succeeded.
Under the eye. And really recognized.
And really recognized.
Under the nose. That I've always succeeded.
That I've always succeeded.
On the mouth. I'd have tremendous confidence.
I would have tremendous confidence.
Collarbone. And that scares the bejeebers out of part of me.
Scares the bejeebers out of part of me.
Under the arm. There is a part of me.
There is a part of me.
Top of it. That does not want me to be confident.
Does not want me to be confident.
Eyebrow point. Because it wants me to play safe.
It wants me to play safe.
Decided to play small.
To play small.
Honey, well, I've been there, done that.
I've been there and done that.
I've worn this "I'm a failure" T-shirt long enough.
I have worn this "I'm a failure" T-shirt long enough.
On a mouth. I didn't deserve that T-shirt.
That T-shirt?
Collarbone. I'm not going to wear it anymore.
I'm not going to wear it anymore.
Onto the arm. I am successful.
I am successful.
Top of that. I am constantly succeeding.
I am constantly succeeding.
Eyebrow point. I have been succeeding all my life.
Succeeding all of my life.
Side eye. It's just that some of the things I've succeeded at.
Just that some of the things that I've succeeded at.
On the eye, were based in limiting beliefs.
In limiting beliefs.
On the nose. And I'm allowing myself to change my mind.
I am allowing myself to change my mind.
On the mouth. I have every reason to feel confident in myself.
I have every reason to feel confident in myself.
Collarbone. So I'm clearing the blocks to that.
So I am clearing the blocks to that.
On the arm. And allowing myself to feel confidently successful.
And allowing myself to feel confidently successful.
Top of the head. In body, mind, and spirit.
In body, mind, and spirit.
And take a deep breath. How's that feel?
That was great.
Yes, you are. About time you realized it. And other thoughts, comments, questions, folks, you can press *6 to unmute yourself if you have a comment or question or something else that has come up to be cleared.
Hi, Brad.
Yes.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. What came up for me was that if I was, acted differently because I had more confidence, like how would other people react? Like other people would either be resistant to me acting differently, or they'd say, what's up with you, or would you putting on a facade. So I was kind of, as I was tapping, I was realizing, well, if I was to act differently in certain contexts, how would other people receive me? Would they buy it? Would they resist it? Would they call me on it? So that's what came up for me.
Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Imagine yourself feeling confident, acting confident, speaking confidently. And imagine people around you, and what are you afraid that they're thinking?
That, two things came up. One is they're just kind of, I visualize all these voices saying, you can't change. And the other thing is, like, if I was act differently, they would think I was a phony for suddenly acting differently. Like it wasn't real, it wasn't genuine. I was just, going through some motions, playing a role, so to speak.
Scale of 0 to 10, how afraid are you of their reaction?
7.
Okay. Do you feel it in your body?
Yeah, I feel it in my gut, like a little visceral sinking feeling in my gut.
Okay. Be my co-voice. And everybody, let's be tapping on the side of the hand. Even though I'm afraid of what others would think.
Even though I'm afraid what others will think.
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
Even though I'm afraid what others will think.
Even though I'm afraid what others will think.
I choose to love and forgive myself anyway.
I choose to love and forgive myself anyway.
Even though I'm afraid of what others will think.
Even I'm afraid of what others will think.
Because if I became more confident.
Because if I became more confident.
And let that show. I'd seem different than I've been.
I'd seem different than I've been.
And people will react differently to that.
And people will react differently to that.
Of course, the truth is, I don't know what any other person would think.
I don't know what any other person would think.
What I'm afraid they'll think. Are thoughts that I'm already having. So I'm really only afraid of my own thoughts here. But even though I think I'm afraid of what others will think.
that even though I think I'm afraid of what others will think,
I choose to deeply and completely
I choose to deeply and completely
love and forgive and accept myself
love and forgive and accept myself
and anyone else
and anyone else
who might think poorly of me.
who might think poorly of me.
Eyebrow point. All this fear of what others will think.
All this fear of what others will think.
Side of the eye. All this fear of what others will think.
All this fear of what others will think.
On the eye. All this fear that they'll think I'm a phony.
All this fear that they'll think I'm a phony.
On the nose. Because people don't change.
Because people don't change.
On the mouth. If I haven't been confident before.
I haven't been confident before.
Collarbone. I can't suddenly be confident.
I can't suddenly be confident.
There are people that I've seen today.
There are people that I've seen today.
Top of that I might see tomorrow.
That I might see tomorrow.
Eyebrow point. And if I clear all this stuff.
If I clear all this stuff.
Side of the eye. That blocks my natural confidence.
It blocks my natural confidence.
Under the eye. I'll show up differently tomorrow.
I'll show up differently tomorrow.
Under the nose. And people won't know how to react to that.
And people won't know how to react to that.
Under the mouth. It might be possible.
It might be possible.
Column that they would really like it.
That they would really like it.
Under the arm. Because there's a funny thing about human beings.
Because there's a funny thing about human beings.
Top of it. We are drawn to genuinely confident people.
We are drawn to genuinely confident people.
Eyebrow point. So if I had some genuine confidence tomorrow.
If I had some genuine confidence tomorrow.
Side of the eye. People would like that.
People would like that.
Under the eye. But I doubt that I could make that change.
But I doubt I could make that change.
Under the nose. So if I appeared different tomorrow.
So if I appeared different tomorrow.
On a mouth. It would just be an act.
It would just be an act.
Collarbone. It would just be me.
It would just be me.
Under the arm. Pretending to be different.
Pretending to be different.
Top of it. But people would see right through that.
But people would see right through that.
Eyebrow point. They'd think I was a phony.
They would think I was a phony.
Side of the eye. But the outside world.
But the outside world.
On the eye is a reflection of what's going on inside.
Is a reflection of what's going on the inside.
I can only be concerned.
I can only be concerned.
Onto the mouth. About people thinking I'm a phony.
About people thinking I'm a phony.
Collarbone. If I'm afraid that I'm a phony.
If I'm afraid that I'm a phony.
Onto the arm. So I'm clearing that.
So I'm clearing that.
Top of it. Clearing this fear that I'm a phony.
Clearing this fear that I'm a phony.
Eyebrow point. Maybe there have been times in the past.
Maybe there have been times in the past.
Side eye. Where I've tried to be someone I wasn't.
Where I tried to be someone I wasn't.
Under the eye. Where I tried to pull the wool over people's eyes.
I tried to pull the wool over people's eyes.
Under the nose. Where I was out of integrity.
Where I was out of integrity.
I don't know. Maybe I feel badly about that still.
Maybe I feel badly about that still.
Colin, I still question my integrity.
I still question my integrity.
Under the arm. And so I'm afraid others will too.
And so I'm afraid others will too.
Top of it. And I choose to clear that.
And I choose to clear that.
Eyebrow point. Clearing any guilt or shame.
Clearing any guilt or shame.
Side of the eye. I've always done the best I could.
I've always done the best I could.
Under the eye. Given the way that my mind was working at the time.
Given the way that my mind was working at the time.
Under the nose. I didn't used to be so confident.
I didn't used to be so confident.
On the mouth because I had a lot of doubts.
Because I have a lot of doubts.
Collarbone. And that caused me to behave in certain ways.
And that caused me to behave in certain ways.
Under the arm. Certain ways that part of my mind.
Certain ways that part of my mind.
Top of that. Actually thought were successful.
Actually thought were successful.
Eyebrow point. I'm being successful in a more genuine way.
I'm being successful in a more genuine way.
Side eye. So I'm being confident in a more authentic way.
So I'm being confident in a more authentic way.
Under the eye. There is true confidence within me.
There is true confidence within me.
Under the nose. Because deep inside.
Because deep inside.
On a mouth. I know the truth about myself.
I know the truth about myself.
Collarbone, I'm a magnificent child of the universe.
I'm a magnificent child of the universe.
Under the arm. And the more that I know that,
And the more that I know that,
top of that, how could I not be confident?
how could I not be confident?
Eyebrow point. Knowing that I am pure energy.
Knowing that I am pure energy.
Side eye. A unique expression of divine love.
A unique expression of divine love.
Under the eye. How could I not feel self-assured?
How could I not feel self-assured?
Under the nose. And since the outside world,
And since the outside world,
on the mouth, is a reflection of what's going on inside,
the reflection of what's going on inside,
collarbone, the more I feel good about my confidence,
the more I feel good about my confidence,
under the arm, the more I'm going to see that in other people.
the more that I'm going to see that in other people.
Top of the head. People are going to look at me,
People are going to look at me
eyebrow point, with a look that says,
with a look that says,
side of the eye, you're finally figuring out who you are.
you're finally figuring out who you are.
On the eye, you have been such a phony in the past.
You've been such a phony in the past,
On the nose, pretending to have no confidence.
pretending to have no confidence,
On the mouth, pretending to be a failure.
pretending to be a failure.
Collarbone, that's the phony.
That's the phony.
On the arm, because I am a unique expression of divine love.
Because I am a unique expression of divine love.
Top of that, I am infinitely successful.
I am infinitely successful.
Eyebrow point, to pretend to be anything smaller than that,
To pretend to be anything smaller than that
side of the eye, is to be putting on an act.
is to be putting on an act.
On the eye. And it may be true,
It may be true
on the nose, that I may run into people,
that I may run into people
on the mouth, who don't feel so good about themselves.
who don't feel so good about themselves,
Collarbone, who aren't sure who they are.
who aren't sure who they are.
Under the arm. And my confidence,
And my confidence
top of that, might be a challenge to them.
might be a challenge to them.
Eyebrow point, they might not embrace my confidence.
They might not embrace my confidence
Side of the eye, because it challenges the act they're putting on.
because it challenges the act they're putting on.
Under the eye. Good.
Good.
On the nose, I want to challenge that.
I want to challenge that.
On the mouth, I want everyone to know.
And I want everyone to know
Collarbone, how darn magnificent they are.
how darn magnificent they are.
On the arm. And I'm going to lead the way.
And I'm going to lead the way.
Top of the head. I'm letting go of this phony act.
I'm letting go of this phony act.
Eyebrow point. And I'm going to challenge others to do the same.
And I'm going to challenge others to do the same.
Side of the eye. I'm going to let myself know.
I'm going to let myself know
On the eye. How fantastic I really am.
how fantastic I really am.
On the nose, how successful I really am.
How successful I really am.
On the mouth. I'm going to allow my natural confidence.
I'm going to allow my natural confidence.
Collarbone. And I'm going to enjoy it so much.
I'm going to enjoy it so much
On the arm. That when people see me,
that when people see me,
top of it, they're going to be saying,
they're going to be saying,
eyebrow point, I'll have what he's having.
I'll have what he's having.
Side of the eye. I choose to do that for people.
I choose to do that for people.
And releasing my fears of how they'll react.
Releasing my fears of how they'll react.
On those, I'm not here to make it safe for them.
I'm not here to make it safe for them.
On a mouth, to be less than they are.
Be less than they are.
Collarbone. I am here.
I am here
Under the arm, to feel my confidence.
to feel my confidence
Top of the head, in body, mind, and spirit.
in body, mind, and spirit.
And take a deep breath. How's that feel?
That was awesome. That was a great
Yes, you
reframe about about the phoniness. I when you said it, it resonated that a couple of things. One, I didn't realize that, hey, maybe people want me to be confident, because I never even had that concept that they might want me to be more confident. And then that reframe about the non-confident me is really the phony, and it's a projection of my own concerns about it being a phony that I'm projecting on others.
Yeah.
That was a great reframe. Thank you.
Everybody be tapping collarbone or different points. and think about it. And I want to make a distinction here between confidence. I thought this would come up in the round, and it didn't. Made a distinction between confidence and arrogance. Too often we associate those words together. When someone comes across as arrogant, they're not truly confident. They're putting on an act because they're trying to say that they're greater than they actually feel. Nobody is greater than they actually are. I mean, because we are magnificent children of God, universe, however you want to put it. You know, there ain't nothing better. But it's when someone comes across and they're trying to insist on that, and in a way that sets them apart from others. The thing of I'm great and you're not, that's arrogance, because a truly confident person sees the greatness in other people as well. So with that kind of confidence, and you can probably think about people that you know who come across as arrogant, and you can think about people that you know that come across as confident. And chances are those confident people you find attractive in some way or another. Can you imagine anyone that you would not want to come across that way? Can you imagine wishing that somebody did not feel confident? And then why would anybody not wish that for you? Why would anybody wish that you weren't feeling confident? It just doesn't happen. You know, we may be put off by arrogance, but we're never put off by genuine confidence. And again, that confidence comes from acknowledgement of how great we truly are. And when we acknowledge how great we truly are, we acknowledge how great everyone else is. So it doesn't become a thing of, I'm so fantastic because and none of you can match me. That's an arrogance that comes from a lack of knowing of who you really are. I hope that makes sense. Other thoughts, comments, questions? Any other blocks to your confidence? Just close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let it go. Look in that full-length mirror and say, I'm confident. I believe in myself. I can do it, whatever it might be. And just rate that on a scale of 0 to 10. How strong does that feel? And to the extent that it might not feel a 10, just notice what thoughts or feelings or memories are coming up. And let me know what's coming up. Even if it's just a slight thing. Even if there's a part of you that says, oh, that's not really a good one. I don't want to share that. If it's coming up, it's probably coming up for other people as well. And by you bringing it up, you're going to help a lot of people. What limits your confidence?
Brad?
Yes?
For me, I think it is that there are so many people who can do it better than I can. I know I'm good to a certain extent, but there are so many people out there who can do so much better, who can be so much more efficient than I am. And so I think sometimes that makes me feel like when I do have some confidence that I'm coming off a little arrogant. So when I'm expressing that confidence, I actually feel like I'm being arrogant because I know that there are so many out there who can do better than I can.
And do you mind sharing what it is?
What it is?
That people,
what
that people do better? I mean, is it something specific or just anything? There's always someone better than you at anything you do.
Well, there is always someone better than me at everything I do because there's always someone better than everyone. But I think for me right now, I'm kind of moving into a new realm. I've just taken on a whole new persona in life, I guess you could say. And so things that I was doing in the past where when I was at the top of my game I was really good at, I'm kind of a little rusty at. And so I know there are so many people out there who are really good at what I'm doing. So coming off it, you know, I know that I'm good at it, but I'm not as good as I could be or as someone else is.
Okay, everybody tapping, side of the hand. Even though I can only be confident if I'm the best.
Even though I can only be confident if I'm the best.
I choose to love and accept myself.
I choose to love and accept myself.
Even though I can only be confident if I'm the best.
Even though I can only be confident if I'm the best.
I choose to love and forgive myself.
I choose to love and forgive myself.
Even though I can only be confident if I'm the best.
Even though I can only be confident if I'm the best.
And there can only be one best at anything.
And there can only be one best at anything.
And anyone who isn't the best
And anyone who isn't the best
should just shut up and go home.
should just shut up and go home.
So even though I can't be confident unless I'm the best,
So even though I can't be confident unless I'm the best,
I choose to deeply and completely
I choose to deeply and completely
love and forgive and accept myself.
love and forgive and accept myself.
And all those idiots
And all those idiots
who have the nerve to feel confident,
who have the nerve to feel confident,
in spite of the fact they aren't the best.
in spite of the fact they aren't the best.
Eyebrow point. I'm not allowed to feel confident.
I'm not allowed to feel confident.
Side eye. I must not feel confident.
I must not feel confident
Unless I'm the best at something.
unless I'm the best at something.
I should not feel confident.
I should not feel confident.
On the mouth. And as I really think about it,
And as I really think about it,
Calvin, what would the world look like?
what would the world look like
On the arm, if the only people who felt confident,
if the only people who felt confident
top of the head, was the person who was best at anything?
was the person who was best at anything,
Eyebrow point. No matter what that is.
no matter what that is.
Side eye. And who gets to determine who's best?
And who gets to determine who's best?
On the eye. If we were talking about playing the violin,
If we were talking about playing the violin,
on those, should we get Yitzhak Perlman
should we get Itzhak Bowman
on a mouth and Gil Shaham
and Gil Shapam
collarbone and Joshua Bell
and Joshua Bell,
on the arm, put them on stage at Carnegie Hall,
put them on stage at Carnegie Hall,
top head, and have a contest?
and have a contest?
Eyebrow point. And whoever we decided was the best,
And whoever we decided was the best,
the other two should just turn in their Stradivariuses
the other two should just turn in their Stradivariuses
on the eye and never feel confident about playing the violin again.
and never feel confident about playing the violin again.
On the nose. And I recognize how crazy that sounds.
And I recognize how crazy that sounds.
On a mouth. So I'm cutting myself some slack.
So I'm cutting myself some slack.
Calvin, I can allow myself
I can allow myself
on the arm to feel very confident,
to feel very confident
top of it, about what I can do.
about what I can do,
Eyebrow point, regardless of what anyone else can do.
regardless of what anyone else can do.
Side of the eye. I'm talking on this phone call right now.
I'm talking on this phone call right now.
On the eye. Is there really anyone out there?
Is there really anyone out there?
I was thinking I could talk better.
Thinking I can talk better.
Out of the mouth. There is no one out there,
There is no one out there
Calvin, who could possibly be better.
who could possibly be better
Under the arm, at being me.
at being me.
Top of the head. There is no competition.
There is no competition.
Eyebrow point. And the fact is,
And the fact is,
side eye, confidence
confidence
on the eye has nothing to do with competition.
has nothing to do with competition.
On the nose. There are a multitude of things
There are a multitude of things
on a mouth that I do every day,
that I do every day
Collarbone, with a certain level of confidence.
with a certain level of confidence.
On the arm. Like breathing.
Like breathing.
Top of the head. Do I lack confidence in my ability to breathe?
Do I lack confidence in my ability to breathe?
Eyebrow point. Because there may be people who breathe better than I do.
Because there may be people who breathe better than I do.
Side eye. Do I need to start doubting my ability to breathe?
Do I need to start doubting my ability to breathe?
On the eye. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
On the nose. Letting go of this need.
Letting go of this need.
On the mouth. To attach my level of confidence.
To attach my level of confidence.
Collarbone. To a competition with anyone else.
To a competition with anyone else.
On the arm. No one else can be me.
No one else can be me.
Top of it. There are a variety of skills that I have.
There are a variety of skills that I have.
Eyebrow point. I have different levels of competence.
I have different levels of competence.
Side eye. Some people are better at certain things.
Some people are better at certain things.
Side eye. Some people aren't as good.
Some people aren't as good.
And I choose to feel confident.
And I choose to feel confident.
On the mouth. In how well I do it.
In how well I do it.
Regardless of how well anyone else does it.
Regardless of how well anyone else does it.
On the arm. Because there's pretty much nothing on this planet.
Because there's pretty much nothing on this planet.
Top of it. That should only be done by one person.
That should only be done by one person.
Eyebrow point. If we only needed one person.
If we only needed one person.
So that's all that would be on the planet.
That's all that would be on the planet.
We're all here for a reason.
We're all here for a reason.
We all belong.
We all belong.
On a mouth. With our variety of skill sets.
With our variety of skill sets.
Collarbone. And I can get better at different things.
And I can get better at different things.
Onto the arm. And at the same time.
And at the same time.
Top of it. Feel very confident in where I'm at.
Feel very confident in where I'm at.
Eyebrow point. I may not be the best at everything.
I may not be the best at everything.
Side eye. But I'm darn good at a lot of things.
But I am darn good at a lot of things.
And I choose to feel confident about that.
And I choose to feel confident about that.
And I recognize.
And I recognize.
On a mouth. That the people around me.
That the people around me.
Collarbone. May not be the best at what they do.
May not be the best at what they do.
Onto the arm. But they're doing the best they can.
But they are doing the best they can.
Top of it. And I have confidence in them.
And I have confidence in them.
Eyebrow point. And when I have genuine confidence.
And when I have genuine confidence.
Side eye. In myself and others.
In myself and others.
I'm not arrogant.
I'm not arrogant.
Being confident in what I can do.
Being confident in what I can do.
On a mouth. Doesn't mean I'm pretending I'm the best.
Does not mean I'm pretending I'm the best.
Collarbone. I never said I was the greatest at any one particular thing.
I never said I was the greatest at any one particular thing.
On the arm. I may say that I'm good at certain things.
I may say that I'm good at certain things.
Top of the head. I may say I'm great at certain things.
I may say I'm great at certain things.
Eyebrow point. Why argue with the truth?
Why argue with the truth?
Side eye. It doesn't mean I'm better than other people.
It doesn't mean that I'm better than other people.
It doesn't make me a better person.
It doesn't make me a better person.
It just means I have things to contribute.
It just means that I have things to contribute.
On a mouth. Gifts and talents to share.
Gifts and talents to share.
Collarbone. Those are gifts to me.
Those are gifts to me.
On the arm. Why should I poo-poo them?
Why should I poo-poo them?
Top of it. That wouldn't be very grateful.
That wouldn't be very grateful at all.
Eyebrow point. I choose to be very grateful.
I choose to be very grateful.
For the gifts and talents that I have.
For the gifts and talents that I have.
I choose to gratefully share them.
I choose to gratefully share them.
I choose to acknowledge and honor them.
I choose to acknowledge and honor them.
Honor the mouth. I choose to acknowledge and honor myself.
I choose to acknowledge and honor myself.
Come on. I choose to feel genuine confidence.
I choose to feel genuine confidence.
In the magnificent person that I am.
In the magnificent person that I am.
Top of the head. In body, mind, and spirit.
In body, mind, and spirit.
And take a deep breath. Thoughts, comments, questions?
I'm not as nauseous as I was when we started.
I'm glad to hear that. It's funny, when you were talking earlier, all I could hear is the James Bond song, "Nobody does it better." No one can be a better you than you.
I like that thought.
Yeah. And no one has the same variety of skill sets. And to whatever extent, it's just there is no competition between people. We can look at everybody be tapping here. Competitions like sports competitions and things like that, where there are two opposing factors, and one's going to come out ahead in that situation. Doesn't mean that they're better. I mean, how many times have we seen a competition where the person who wins, we would say, well, they're not necessarily the better player. They just had a better game, played a better game that day or whatever. There's just no way to really judge. So competition is it's an illusion. So recognizing that in terms of how good we are, especially as people, there just is no competition. In terms of any type of field, I've had somebody once try to get me involved in a joint venture with a program they were doing about, and their advertising was about crush the competition. I said, I can't get involved in anything that talks like that. I don't believe in crushing competition. I don't believe in competition. People do things differently, and there's a reason for all of us to be here because we do it differently. I brought up the violinist. I love the analogy of music, because who is the best musician? And should there only be one musician? Of course not, because each person reacts differently to different musicians, and some people love one musician, and some people don't care for that musician, and it's all divine perfection. So recognizing that each of us are a part of that divine perfection, and allowing ourselves to feel confident in that. Other thoughts, comments, questions? Confidently press *6.
Brad?
Yes?
I just want to say thank you. Because my whole body is buzzing from the top of my head to the tip of my toes. And I just want to say thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. You're very welcome. And as long as you're on the line, you know what? We have about 5 more minutes. So why don't you be my echo voice as we close out with a tapping round. We're going to start with a positive phrase this time.
Okay.
You willing to do that for me?
Yes.
For the group, for the world at large?
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you. Because the fact is, nobody does it better. So I really shouldn't sing. Boy, that didn't sound very confident, did it? Hi, well, let's do some tapping here. Side of the hand. I choose to feel supremely confident.
I choose to feel supremely confident.
And I choose to love and accept myself.
And I choose to love and accept myself.
I choose to feel really confident.
I choose to feel really confident.
And I choose to love and accept myself.
And I choose to love and accept myself.
I choose to feel exceptionally confident.
I choose to feel exceptionally confident.
I choose to recognize.
I choose to recognize.
That I am a unique expression.
that I am a unique expression
of divine love,
of divine love,
of divine energy,
of divine energy,
and the fact is, I don't have a clue
I don't have a clue
of what I'm really capable of.
of what I'm really capable of.
Not at a conscious level.
Not at a conscious level.
Because if I really did know
Because if I really did know
what I could do,
what I could do,
it might blow my mind.
it might blow my mind.
And I choose to feel really confident.
And I choose to feel really confident.
And I deeply and completely
And I deeply and completely
love and forgive and accept myself.
love and forgive and accept myself.
And everybody else.
And everybody else.
Because they deserve that.
Because they deserve that.
Eyebrow point. I choose to feel really confident.
I choose to feel really confident.
Side eye. I choose to feel really confident.
I choose to feel really confident.
Under the eye. I choose to feel so self-assured.
I choose to feel so self-assured.
On us. I choose to wake up every morning.
I choose to wake up every morning
On a mouth with a can-do attitude.
with a can-do attitude.
Collarbone. Every day.
Every day.
Under the arm. There are great opportunities for me.
There are great opportunities for me.
Top of the head. And I choose to go at them.
And I choose to go at them
Eyebrow point. With a belief that I can succeed.
with a belief I can succeed.
Side eye. And there may be times.
And there may be times
On the eye. Where I don't get it all done.
where I don't get it all done.
On the nose. And that's okay.
And that's okay.
On the mouth. That's no reason to lack confidence.
That is no reason to lack confidence.
Collarbone. There is no failure.
There is no failure.
On the arm. There's only feedback.
There's only feedback.
Top of the head. And there may be a reason.
And there may be a reason
Eyebrow point. For my higher good.
for my higher good
Side eye. Why it's taking a little bit longer than I wanted.
why it's taking a little bit longer than I wanted.
On the eye. Why it's not going exactly as I thought.
Why it's not going exactly how I thought.
On the nose. There's probably a gift in there.
There's probably a gift in there.
On the mouth. I choose to feel confident about that.
I choose to feel confident about that.
Calvin. I choose to feel confident in myself.
I choose to feel confident in myself.
On the arm. Deep inside.
Deep inside,
Top of the head. I know who I am.
I know who I am.
Eyebrow point. I know that I am connected.
I know that I am connected
Side of the eye. To unlimited source.
to unlimited source.
Under the eye. There's a part of me inside.
There's part of me inside
Under the nose. That knows.
that knows
Under the mouth. That for me.
that for me,
Collarbone. Nothing is impossible.
nothing is impossible.
Under the arm. No one is better.
No one is better.
Top of the head. I am worthy and deserving.
I am worthy and deserving
Eyebrow point. Of self-love.
of self-love,
Side of the eye. Of self-respect.
of self-respect,
Under the eye. Of self-assurance.
of self-assurance,
Under the nose. Of self-confidence.
of self-confidence,
On the mouth. And I'm clearing the blocks to that.
and I'm clearing the blocks to that.
Collarbone. All the way back through my past.
All the way back through my past.
I am all the way back through my personal history.
All the way back through my personal history.
Top of that, all those events in the past.
All those events from the past
Side of the eye, where I questioned myself.
where I questioned myself,
Side of the eye, where I thought that I wasn't good enough.
where I thought that I wasn't good enough,
On the eye, or where I heard someone say that.
or where I heard someone say that
On the nose, because they were wrong.
because they were wrong.
On the mouth, I am plenty good enough.
What did you say?
I am plenty good enough.
I am plenty good enough.
Collarbone, there is no one better.
There is no one better.
On the arm, and everyone's fantastic.
And Everyone is fantastic.
Top of it. The more I love myself,
The more I love myself,
eyebrow point, the more I naturally love others.
the more I naturally love others.
So the more I realize how fantastic I am.
The more I realize how fantastic I am,
The more fantastic others appear.
the more fantastic others appear.
The more confidence I have in myself.
The more confidence I have in myself,
The more confidence I have in others.
the more confidence I have in others.
Collarbone, I can do it.
I can do it,
Under the arm, and so can they.
and so can they.
Top of the head. And I want to encourage them.
And I want to encourage them.
Eyebrow point. And I expect others to encourage me.
And I expect others to encourage me.
Side, I expect others to cheer for my success.
I expect others to cheer for my success.
On the eye. At times they might not.
At times they might not,
It's because of their own fears.
because of their own fears,
On the mouth, their own limiting beliefs.
their own limiting beliefs.
Collarbone. But I'm not going to let that stop me.
But I'm not going to let that stop me.
On the arm, I'm just going to keep on keeping on.
I'm just going to keep on keeping on.
Top of the head, because there are so many things for me to do.
Because there are so many things for me to do.
Eyebrow point. And I can do them.
And I can do them.
Side eye, I can be so successful.
I can be so successful.
On the eye, because I already am so successful.
Because I already am so successful.
I was clearing any remaining arguments about that.
Clearing any remaining arguments about that.
On the mouth, clearing any remaining doubts about that.
Clearing any remaining doubts about that.
Collarbone, clearing them all the way back through my past.
Clearing them all the way back through my past.
I am all those times.
All those times.
Top of it, that I thought I failed.
That I thought I failed.
Eyebrow point, that's all in the past.
That's all in the past.
Side of the eye, and those were stepping stones.
And those were stepping stones.
Under the eye, to my ultimate success.
To my ultimate success.
Just like those early steps I took.
Just like those early steps I took.
On the mouth, when I was learning to walk.
When I was learning to walk.
Collarbone, the times that I fell down.
The times that I fell down.
Under the arm, were not failures.
Were not failures.
Top of it, I did not fail.
I did not fail.
Eyebrow point, I succeeded.
I succeeded.
Side, I am succeeding every day.
I am succeeding every day.
Under the eye, I choose to recognize.
I choose to recognize.
Just how awesome I really am.
Just how awesome I really am.
On the mouth, it's not arrogance.
It's not arrogance.
Collarbone, because I can say it.
Because I can say it.
Under the arm, with absolute humility.
With absolute humility.
Top of it, because the credit goes to the Creator.
Because the credit goes to the Creator.
Eyebrow point, who did an awesome job with me.
Who did an awesome job with me.
Side of the eye. The best way to honor the Creator.
And the best way to honor the Creator?
On the eye, is to say, nicely done.
Is to say, nicely done.
Under the nose, I choose to feel confident in myself.
I choose to feel confidence in myself.
On the mouth, I choose to feel amazing confidence.
I choose to feel amazing confidence.
Collarbone, I choose to feel confident in how amazing I am.
I choose to feel confident in how amazing I am.
Under the arm, and I choose to feel that.
And I choose to feel that.
Top of the head, in body, mind, and spirit.
In body, mind, and spirit.
And take a deep breath. How'd that feel?
Incredible. Thank you.
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you very much. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Yes, you are.
Brad.
Brad.
Thank you. You guys go forth and have a very confident evening and week and all that good stuff.
Blessing.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.